Most people believe that life changes through one big opportunity, one lucky break, or one dramatic moment. But real transformation usually happens quietly. It happens in the small decisions you make every single day. The habits you repeat shape your confidence, your mindset, your relationships, your health, and your future. A successful life is not built in one weekend. It is built through consistent action over time. And the truth is, your habits either build the life you want or slowly pull you away from it. Today, we are going to talk about 5 habits that can completely change your life. These are not complicated secrets. They are simple practices that become powerful when repeated consistently. If you commit to these habits long enough, your mindset changes, your discipline changes, your energy changes, and eventually your entire life changes. The goal is not perfection, the goal is progress. Even one small improvement every day creates massive results over time. The first habit that changes your life is learning to wake up with intention instead of reaction. Most people begin their day already stressed. The alarm rings, they grab their phone. They scroll through messages, notifications, and social media before their mind is even fully awake. Immediately, they give their attention to everyone else's priorities instead of their own. But successful people understand something important. The way you start your morning affects the direction of your entire day. When you wake up intentionally, you create control instead of chaos. You give your mind clarity before the world starts demanding your energy. This does not mean you need a perfect 5-hour morning routine. It means you create small habits that center your mind and prepare you mentally. Maybe it starts with drinking water before coffee. Maybe it starts with 5 minutes of silence. Maybe it starts with stretching, journaling, or planning your priorities. The specific routine matters less than the consistency behind it. A powerful morning routine teaches discipline, because you are proving to yourself that you can lead your day instead of chasing it. Most people wait to feel motivated before taking action, but disciplined people understand that action creates motivation. There will be mornings when you feel tired. There will be mornings when you feel lazy. There will be mornings when your bed feels more comfortable than your goals. But every time you choose discipline over excuses, you become mentally stronger. Imagine starting every morning with purpose for one full year. Imagine how different your mindset, health, energy, and productivity would become. Small actions repeated daily create extraordinary outcomes. Your mornings matter because they teach your brain how to operate. If you start your day distracted, rushed, and overwhelmed, your mind stays reactive. But if you start your day calm, focused, and intentional, you create momentum that carries through the rest of the day. Protect your mornings, protect your focus, protect your energy. Your future is being shaped by what you repeatedly do when nobody is watching. The second habit that changes your life is committing to continuous learning. The world changes constantly, technology changes, industries change, opportunities change, and the people who continue learning continue growing. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that education ends after school. But the most successful people in the world never stop learning. Books can change the way you think. Podcasts can introduce you to new ideas. Conversations can expand your perspective. Experience can teach lessons no classroom ever could. The more you learn, the more valuable you become. Reading every day may seem simple, but over time it completely transforms your mindset. Even reading 10 pages a day equals thousands of pages every year. That means new knowledge, new perspectives, and new ways of solving problems. Most people spend hours consuming entertainment that adds little value to their lives. But imagine replacing just part of that time with intentional learning. When you feed your mind with useful information, you become more creative, you make better decisions, you communicate better, you think more clearly, and you become more confident because knowledge reduces fear. Many people feel stuck because they stop growing mentally. They repeat the same routines, the same thoughts, and the same habits for years. But growth requires exposure to new ideas. You do not need to know everything. You just need to stay curious. Curiosity keeps your mind alive. Curiosity opens doors. Curiosity helps you adapt. Some people think successful people are simply smarter, but often they are simply more willing to learn consistently over time. Knowledge compounds. The information you learn today may not seem important immediately, but one idea can change your business. One lesson can improve your relationship. One sentence can shift your entire perspective. Never underestimate the power of learning. Your mind is like a garden. If you do not intentionally plant positive ideas, negative influences will grow automatically. That is why what you consume matters. Pay attention to the content you watch. Pay attention to the conversations you entertain. Pay attention to the environment around you. Your environment shapes your thinking, and your thinking shapes your life. Invest in your mind every single day, because the person you become tomorrow depends on what you are learning today. The third habit that changes your life is taking care of your body. Your body is not separate from your success. Your energy affects your focus. Your health affects your emotions. Your physical condition affects your confidence. Yet many people ignore their health while chasing goals. They sacrifice sleep, they eat carelessly, they avoid movement, and eventually, their body forces them to slow down. You cannot perform at your best when your energy is constantly low. Exercise is not only about appearance. It is about mental strength. It is about discipline. It is about resilience. When you train your body, you also train your mind. Every workout teaches consistency. Every workout teaches perseverance. Every workout teaches you how to keep going even when you feel uncomfortable. Physical movement also improves your mental health. Stress decreases, focus improves, confidence increases. You do not need to become a professional athlete. You simply need to respect your body enough to care for it consistently. Walk more, stretch more, sleep better. Drink more water. Eat foods that fuel your body instead of constantly draining it. Small changes create major results over time. People often underestimate how much better life feels when your body feels healthy. You think more clearly. You feel more emotionally stable. You become more productive. You handle challenges with greater patience. Your habits either create energy or destroy it. Many people chase motivation while ignoring the basics. But energy creates momentum, and momentum creates progress. Sleep is also incredibly important. Lack of sleep affects decision-making, emotions, memory, and productivity. Rest is not laziness. Rest is recovery. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking care of your body is not selfish. It is responsible. Because when your health improves, every area of your life improves with it. Your relationships improve because you have more patience. Your work improves because you have more focus. Your confidence improves because you feel stronger mentally and physically. Your body carries you through life. Treat it with respect. The fourth habit that changes your life is learning to control your thoughts and your environment. Your mind is powerful. The way you speak to yourself affects your confidence, your decisions, and your actions. Many people spend years criticizing themselves. They focus on their failures. They repeat negative thoughts constantly, and eventually, they believe those thoughts are true. But your thoughts are not always facts. You can train your mind the same way you train your body. Negative thinking creates fear. Fear creates hesitation. Hesitation creates missed opportunities. That is why mindset matters so much. The people around you also influence your thinking. Energy is contagious. Attitudes are contagious. Ambition is contagious. If you spend most of your time around negativity, complaining, and excuses, it becomes harder to stay motivated. But when you surround yourself with growth-minded people, your standards rise naturally. Protect your environment carefully. This includes your digital environment too. Social media can inspire you, but it can also distract you and damage your self-esteem if used carelessly. Stop comparing your behind-the-scenes life to someone else's highlight reel. Comparison steals joy. Comparison creates insecurity. Comparison distracts you from your own journey. Focus on becoming better than you were yesterday instead of trying to become someone else. One powerful habit is practicing gratitude. Gratitude changes your perspective. It reminds you that progress matters more than perfection. When you appreciate what you already have, your mind becomes calmer and more focused. Gratitude does not mean ignoring your goals. It means refusing to live in constant dissatisfaction. Another important skill is learning emotional control. Life will not always go your way. There will be setbacks, there will be rejection, there will be disappointment. But emotionally strong people do not let temporary emotions control permanent decisions. You cannot control everything that happens around you, but you can control your response. That is real power. A calm mind makes better decisions. A disciplined mind creates consistency. A focused mind creates results. Your life changes when you stop feeding negativity and start feeding growth. The fifth habit that changes your life is taking consistent action. Ideas are useless without execution. Dreams remain dreams without action. Many people spend years waiting for the perfect moment. They wait to feel ready, they wait to feel confident, they wait for certainty. But clarity often comes after action, not before it. The people who create meaningful lives are not always the most talented. Often they are simply the most consistent. Consistency beats intensity. You do not need to change your life overnight. You simply need to keep moving forward. Small daily actions create momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence creates bigger action. The hardest part is usually starting. Fear stops many people from trying. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes. But mistakes are part of growth. Every successful person has failed many times. The difference is that they kept going. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every setback teaches lessons. Every challenge builds resilience. Every obstacle strengthens your character. Do not underestimate the power of showing up consistently. A person who practices 1 hour every day will outperform someone who practices occasionally with extreme intensity. Long-term consistency always wins. There will be days when progress feels slow. There will be moments when you doubt yourself. There will be periods where results are invisible. Keep going anyway, because success is often happening quietly beneath the surface before it becomes visible. The habits you repeat shape your identity. If you repeatedly act with discipline, you become disciplined. If you repeatedly act with courage, you become courageous. Action changes identity, and identity changes life. Stop waiting for motivation to save you. Build systems, build routines, build discipline. Your future self is created by what you do repeatedly today. One decision, one action, one habit at a time. Life transformation is rarely dramatic in the beginning. Most changes happen slowly, quietly, and consistently. The habits we discussed today may sound simple. Wake up with intention, keep learning. Take care of your body. Control your environment and thoughts. Take consistent action. Simple does not mean easy, but simple habits repeated daily become powerful. You do not need to become perfect overnight. You do not need to fix everything immediately. You just need to start. The version of you that you dream about becoming is built through small daily choices. Not one massive breakthrough, not one lucky opportunity, but thousands of small moments where you choose growth instead of comfort. Imagine where you could be 1 year from now if you committed to these habits consistently. Imagine the confidence you would build, the discipline, the mental strength, the peace, the opportunities. Your future is not created by what you do occasionally. It is created by what you do consistently. Start today, start small, but start. Because your life changes the moment you decide to stop waiting and begin building the habits that create the future you truly want.